Hey guys, here's Superstar Jude showing everyone how to do a squat today. Why do we want to squat? Well, it's actually really important posture, something we do in everyday life all the time, consciously or otherwise, and it's important that we learn how to do it properly so we're engaging the right muscles and not compromising our posture and putting ourselves at risk for injury, which happens pretty commonly. So we start squatting since we're little kids, and we need it all the time. It engages a ton of muscles, really systemic, great full body exercise, and something that we need to learn how to do properly. 99% of people that are working out in gyms don't squat properly. So this is Jude, who's only been doing this stuff for a few months, and I've only worked with her really a half a dozen times. She's a quick learner. She's done incredibly well. She was like a potato eating champion about 4 or 5 months ago, and now we're exploiting her sexy images all over the internet, which is just fantastic. So as you can see here, technically, really important if you guys are doing squats, a couple things you want to keep in mind. One, she initiates with her hips. You see that? The first thing that happens when most people, even in the fitness business, squat is they bend their knee first. Wrong. We don't want to do that. Automatically creates a potential for shearing forces on the joint. We want to initiate with the hips. So push the hips back first. Beautiful. The torso stays nice and upright, as you can see. Eyes are forward, next to neutral, and she gets her butt down just below her knees. This is important, guys, if you can. If you've got the flexibility and the core infrastructure strength to do this, the deeper you can get there, the better, because we engage a lot of hips, glutes, and hamstrings, particularly glutes when we get down low below 90 degrees, and this is important. There's been a lot of myths propagated, bullshit in the fitness industry about the issues with squats, and a lot of them say they're bad for your knees. They're actually much more challenging. They're harder on the knees. Number one, if you don't do them properly, which isn't an issue here. Number two, if you actually do them to above 90 degrees. Once you get to 90 degrees or lower, instead of creating more stress on the joint, it actually creates less, because you subsidize a lot of stress on the knee and the muscles that attach there with the glutes. In other words, the big muscles around the hips start helping out a lot more at that point. I hope that makes sense. So here's Jude rocking the squats. Beautiful mechanics and posture. Looks really good. I'm going to give you a quick tip now. Jude, let's just go up against the wall. This will help people that are just learning how to squat on their own. Even if they're working out now already, they're probably not squatting impeccably, and we want to squat perfectly. This is a great exercise, guys, to learn how to do that. Go up against the wall, put your feet against the wall, your toes, and your knees against the wall, about hip width or slightly wider. Hands up against the wall, and this will force your body to squat the way that we want to. In other words, the knees can't move forward, the hips have to move back. It forces us into a really uncomfortable pathway, and believe me, what Jude's doing there is incredible. Very few people can do a wall squat that depth. She's doing really well. So this will teach you, this is an aid you can use up against any wall that will teach you how the squat is supposed to feel. You will feel some stress in your low back, and it might feel a little bit uncomfortable and freak you out. Don't let it. That's just the core, the infrastructure supporting the squat and telling you where the stress is supposed to feel in the body, instead of pushing it down into the knees when we jut the knees forward. So this is how to do it. This is a great little learning tool for you. You can incorporate this in almost anything that you're doing through your daily life when you do squats using these mechanics, and particularly in any fitness exercise or program that you're on. Make sure that you incorporate these fundamentals. You'll get a lot more from the exercise. Have fun, everyone. Thanks.